What's up, everybody? This is Trysta. Please subscribe to This League. Tap the bell, comment below, and give us a like. All right. Holy fuck. Feels like 1993 all over again. Marty, you were a little baby.
Yeah,
Infant.
I was 2 years old. Don't have any memory of it. But now we're going to the goddamn finals, and it feels pretty fucking incredible.
So the thing that I loved was the Tuesday hit piece, sort of, on Chris Paul. Chris Paul is the problem. The Suns have a pressing issue, and his name is Christopher. I forget his name. Emmanuel Paul. Please, someone fix him. All the haters are like, I don't know, man. Feels like this is something the Clippers can overcome. Devin Booker's got a broken nose. Chris Paul is showing his age. COVID. Contusion on the shoulder. They're not healthy.
Ayton looks passive.
Ayton's no longer his aggressive self. He's not shooting 70% anymore. What's going on? The sky is falling. And then the Clippers cut it to 7.
That was scary.
Scary. And what we saw was maybe the greatest Chris Paul half we've ever seen in history. He was 7 for 8 from 3, which he hasn't shot a 3 with any force or with any lift in his leg since like the first round.
Yeah, I mean he hit a few. He hit a few in the Denver series, but yeah, no, it was crazy. So I didn't even realize like how much he had scored until the game was over. Like when I looked and was like, oh, Chris Paul had 40 points. Like what the fuck? I mean, 7 of 8 from 3. Like you'll do that. You'll put up some crazy points.
The
but
Chris Paul disrespect was at an all-time high last night.
Yeah,
too.
no, and it came from within our fan base too. Everyone's saying like, oh, like Chris Paul, like he's not being his aggressive self. Like he's not getting Ayton involved. Like blah blah blah. And like,
fuck them.
I mean, the one thing I've said this whole time is that Chris Paul is like literally the last thing I will ever be worried about ever. And he came up for me. Ice water in his veins. And you know what? Fuck everyone who was hating on Chris Paul. Fuck everyone trying to get into Chris Paul's head and trying to get into his body, into his space. I mean, literally you had Clippers being like, let him shoot. They left him wide open. Yeah. And he was like, whap. That might have been the reason he got going. It was like fucking shoot around out there. Yeah, they gave him the Marcus Morris treatment.
Oh,
that was so awesome seeing him walk away. Fuck him.
Fuck him. Jay Crowder said this. We knew. So the big thing, obviously, Pat Beverly all up in everyone's grill. Chris Paul giving everyone a taste of their own medicine with the flop with DeMarcus Cousins. Fucking loved that.
Yeah, I mean...
it's just, you got to.
Well, the tweets on that is... I mean, I hate to be this guy, but like, the Clippers got every single touch foul like ever, and it took until...
They didn't get to the free throw line until 16 minutes into the game.
Yeah, no, well, there wasn't a single foul call.
Not a single foul call until 16 minutes into the game.
Okay, Chris Paul flopping, that's your problem with this game? Okay, fuck off.
Yeah. So Pat Beverly inexplicably shoves Chris Paul because Chris Paul was talking his shit. Like, y'all about to go home. Bye-bye.
I want to know what he said
I want to know what he said, too. We're going to find out, Marty. We're going to find out.
What broke Pat Bev?
What broke him? So Jay Crowder said that's when we knew we broke them. And then Chris Paul said, there's no better than the sign of defeat during that moment. Once we knew we got the game won, we knew at some point they would break. I think that's basically what you saw. You saw a breaking point with one of their leaders in that locker room. That's a great feeling to have, especially in the playoffs. Such a great feeling. Petty. That is the ultimate sign of petty. That is how I am. There's nothing better than that because what's the point of winning if you can't talk shit?
Yeah, I mean, you only get so many opportunities to like really talk that shit, and like, yeah.
I fucking love it. I love it. I love Crowder. I love this team.
I wanted CP to go a little harder on the Clippers. He didn't, though. Like, when they were in the trophy presentation, he was like, I'm still a Clipper, like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
fuck it. He should have been like, Steve Ballmer, fuck you. Like, that's what I wanted.
To everyone who called my contract the worst contract in sports, how you like me now?
Yeah, look at Chris Stapps.
Look at that Chris Dabbs contract for a second and then tell me who's got the worst contract in sports.
Yeah,
also,
who's
Steve
25?
Ballmer, you discarded me and you kept Doc Rivers' ass. Fuck off. I wasn't the problem. That's what I wanted him to say.
And you screwed over Blake, too.
And you screwed over Blake. And honestly, like, you left DeAndre Jordan on an island. DeAndre Jordan's like, I wish I would have left to Dallas until you started circling and stalking me.
Yeah, no, I made a point to say fuck you, Steve Ballmer, in my video.
I saw that. I loved that. I loved that. Not much else to say other than also good morning to everyone except for Frank Kaminsky.
What?
Frank Kaminsky saw the shove and just love tapped Pat Beverly away. If that was Jay Crowder, you can pull up the footage, Marty. If you pull it up.
Yeah, no, I actually don't know.
Chris Paul got shoved to the ground.
Uh-huh.
Then Frank Kaminsky stood there stunned. He was the closest player to Pat Bev. Looks over to him and kind of like taps him. And he just kind of like shoves him away. He did nothing. You are a nobody on this team. You are getting 0 minutes on this team. You can be suspended. No, fuck him. He needs to have his guys back. You can't let someone shove your emotional team leader and the real leader of the team onto the ground for no reason and do absolutely nothing about it.
Well, I mean, to recap a little bit of Suns history, we've gotten in trouble for doing that before. Like that exact thing.
What do you think? The Suns would be very penalized if Frank Kaminsky pushed him back?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I wish back in 2007, like, it would have been like Pat Burke coming out and like going after Robert Horry. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I love Frank. So I'm going to have to go back and rewatch.
You're going to have to rewatch that.